The entire truth of the job will now be clearly written in the appointment letter. At 9 o'clock at night, a young employee returns home. There is an office bag in his hand, tiredness is on his face, and only one question is revolving in his mind. 3 months ago, he had joined the job. Something was said in the interview, something was written on the offer, and some other work was being made to be done by him in the office. Even after seeing the salary slip, he does not understand how much the basic is, what the allowance is, whether PF is being deducted or not, and in which category the company has kept him. The biggest fear is felt when the HR casually says, all this is according to the company policy. But the employee does not have any clear document. This is where the story is going to change. In the new labor framework, the appointment letter will not remain just a formality, but rather it will bring forward the entire story of the job in written proof. Crores of people do jobs in India. Someone works in a factory, someone in an office, someone in sales, someone in the service sector, and someone on contract. But one common problem has been visible everywhere. Many employees are not told clearly while starting the job what their exact duty will be. Many people are told the gross number of the salary, but the amount coming in hand, deductions and benefits give a shock later. Some employees are forced to change the workplace. Sometimes the branch changes, sometimes the shift changes, and sometimes the nature of work itself changes. When a dispute happens, the employee asks, "Where are my joining terms written?" And the company says, "You had agreed to everything while joining." This is where the importance of the appointment letter comes forward. This is not just a paper, it is the first written mirror of the employment relationship between the employee and the employer. The big objective of the new labor codes is precisely this, that clarity comes into the employment system. The worker should know which job he has come into, and the company should know what it is promising. In the Occupational Safety, Health and Working Conditions Code, the duty of the employer is given that the appointment letter should be given to the employee, along with the prescribed information and format. The meaning of this is that before the job starts, or at the time of appointment, the employee should get a written document in which the basic terms are clear. If any employee has not received an appointment letter earlier, the framework also mentions issuing the letter to him within a prescribed time after the rules come into effect. Now the question is, what will be written in this letter? First of all, there will be the employee's identity and employment details so that there is no confusion later. Information like the employee's name, date of birth, mother's or father's name, labor identification details of the establishment, and where available, UAN or ESIC number can be included. After this, the designation will be written. That means whether the employee is a helper, operator, executive, manager, technician, or in some other role. Then the category will be written. Skill category means in which category, like skilled, semi-skilled, unskilled, or highly skilled, the worker is being considered. This matter might look small, but it comes in very useful in wages, responsibility, promotion, and disputes. If the category is clear, the employer cannot do an arbitrary interpretation. After this, there will be the joining date. The joining date is necessary because experience, service period, gratuity eligibility, notice period, and many benefits get linked with this very date. Salary details are the most sensitive part. Information like wages, basic wages, dearness allowance, and applicable allowances will be clearly written in the letter. Many times the employee gets happy just by seeing the CTC. Later it is found out that the take-home salary is low, incentives are conditional, and deductions are high. Now the written salary structure will tell the employee in advance what money is under which head. With this, it will be easy to match the salary slip and appointment terms. Workplace is also necessary to be written clearly. In which branch, unit, site, office, factory or location the employee will work, this will reduce ambiguity. If the work is of a transferable nature, then the company should also keep the transfer condition clear. Clear writing reduces unnecessary arguments in the future. Job profile and broad responsibilities are also an important part of the appointment letter. From this, the employee will get to know what his main work is. In many places, an accountant is put into sales collection, a field worker is made to do office reporting, and an executive is made to do the work of many departments. Every extra work is not illegal, but the limit and nature of the role should be clear. With written role clarity, both exploitation and confusion reduce. Information about social security benefits in the appointment letter is also important. The employee should know whether EPFO, ESIC or other benefits are applicable in his case or not. If PF is being deducted, whether UAN is active or not, on what basis the contribution is, and how the employee will check his record, this awareness should increase. If ESIC is applicable, the employee and family can get basic information related to medical benefit on time. Many workers are not able to use it despite having the benefit. The biggest benefit of this change can happen to those employees who work in informal, traditional, or semi-organized sectors. In the organized corporate sector, many companies already give an appointment letter and employment contract. But in small units, a verbal promise is still very common. In sectors like shops, workshops, small factories, service agencies, security, housekeeping, logistics, and field sales, the lack of written terms gives birth to disputes. Many employees work for years, but they do not have any proof as to when they joined, what the salary was, and for which employer they were working. When the job is lost or the salary stops, then that same absence of proof becomes the biggest weakness. An appointment letter can reduce this weakness to a great extent. For the employer too, this rule is not just a burden. By giving a clear letter, the company can save itself from future disputes, and the hiring process can become professional. When the role, wages, workplace, and benefits are written right in the beginning, then the fight of "I was not told" or "you had agreed" reduces later. This also does the work of trust building. The employee feels that the company is transparent, and the company feels that the employee is joining after understanding the terms. But one thing will have to be kept in mind. Thinking that this rule will apply automatically to every private company on the same day in the same way would be wrong. In labor law, the concept of appropriate government is important. Some establishments come under the purview of the central government and some under the state government. Central rules will apply to those establishments where the central government is the appropriate government. For state-governed establishments, the respective state rules and notifications will matter. Therefore, the timing of implementation can be different in different states and sectors. The employee should see the updated status according to his state and industry. Confusion also happens here because it is often written in headlines that, now all companies will have to give an appointment letter. The spirit is right, but legal application details can be different. Still, the direction is clear. India wants to make employment more formal, transparent, and accountable so that the worker gets written terms. Now, what should the employee do? First of all, at the time of joining, he should ask for the appointment letter and should not just sign it and put it in a file. Every line should be read. The designation, workplace, salary, allowances, probation, notice period, duty hours, and leave terms should be understood. If the role is written very broadly in the letter, like any other duty assigned by management, then the employee should clear the practical meaning with HR. If in the salary structure basic is less and variable pay is more, then it can have an impact on take-home and future benefits. It is better to understand this thing before joining. If PF and ESIC details are written, then the employee should check his UAN, ESIC number and online record regularly. If some oral promise is missing in the appointment letter, like incentive, shift allowance, travel reimbursement, or work from home condition, then taking written clarification is necessary. Many disputes happen because the employee relies on the matter heard in the interview, but that condition is not there in the final letter. In the legal world, written proof is very powerful. Therefore, WhatsApp chat, email, signed letter, and salary slips should be kept safely. The employer will also have to do onboarding in a professional manner. Work will not run with random joining forms and verbal instructions. A clear template and updated compliance will be necessary. HR departments will have to draft salary components, workplace, category, benefits, and duties properly. A copy-paste letter can make a problem in the future. In the case of contract workers, even more care is needed. Clarity of principal employer, contractor, workplace, and wage responsibility can reduce disputes. In new employment models like gig and platform work, the demand for clarity is increasing. The worker of the future will want to understand the terms too, not just the job. Do not understand this change as just legal compliance. This is a small but important shift in the power balance. Earlier, the employee used to not ask questions in a hurry to get a job. Now, the written format can give him the confidence to ask questions. When the employee has information about his role, salary, and benefits, then he will also be able to do his career planning better. If the designation is clear, he will be able to prove experience in a future job. If wages are clear, it will help in loans, rent agreements, and financial planning. If the social security record is clear, retirement savings, medical support, and service history can become strong. But even after receiving the appointment letter, the employee's responsibility does not end. If wrong details are visible, written correction should be demanded immediately. Signing on any blank paper, incomplete letter, or backdated document without understanding can cause harm. If the company does not give a letter, then the employee should make a polite written request. Making documentation before a direct conflict is more intelligent. If it is a very necessary matter, it will be better to take guidance from a qualified labor law expert, HR professional or official labor department. This script is not legal advice, it is awareness. Because the exact applicability of the law can depend on the sector, state, employment type and notification. Still, the message is clear. A job now should not run just on verbal trust. A written record of role, salary, workplace and benefits is the employee's basic protection. This step of the new labor code framework is special for those people who until now were told, first start the work, we will see the paper later. Now paper is not a thing to be seen later, it is a thing to be understood in the beginning. Because that very paper will tell the real story of your job in the future. In the end, every employee should ask the question to themselves. Do I have an appointment letter? Are my role, salary, workplace and benefits clearly written in it? If the answer is no, then this is not a small matter. This is a question linked with your employment proof, rights and future security. Every human doing a job gives hard work, gives time, gives skill, and gives precious years of his life to the company. Therefore, in return he should get clarity too, not just salary. Because a clear joining letter gives the employee the power to work with right and trust, not with fear.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.